have a question about what about using honey, because it's in the Bible, so.
Great question. Great question. So man has this amazing ability to imitate God. Okay? So unless you have like a bee farm and you get the honey from them without them letting you know that they're not happy with you, a lot of the honey products are not real honey. You guys know this, right? So a lot of them are not real honey. They look like honey, they probably taste like honey, but it's just sugar syrup, right? So real honey is like crystal. I don't know if you've ever bought real honey. It's not liquid at all. That stuff that, that drizzles out, that's not real honey. Real honey is like you can break it off and eat it, right? So unless you're eating that, and of course, real honey has a lot of these nutrients in there. But you see, man can't really profit off of that. So he had to make his own. Just like, with the white grain, he gave you that liquid stuff that you think is honey. It's not real honey. They've just imitated God. And now they can sell it all over for cheaper and make it last forever. But it's really not honey, even though we call it honey. High fructose corn syrup, all that crap that they put in there. You guys know this, right? You guys knew this, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, it's not real. Real honey's expensive. They can say whatever they want. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. So this is the workbook. The book, it's available online on Amazon. It's the same title, by the way, Self-Care Advocate. I talk about all of this in the book, but this is a summary. If you go on Amazon and you type in Self-Care Advocate, it's the same color scheme as that. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so let's move on. Yeah, man has this amazing ability to try to imitate God. And, all right, so elimination. Okay, and I love this because elimination is about, remember, one of the first steps to healing is we have to understand that we've allowed a lot of nonsense to get into our system. That's why we're sick. Okay, we've allowed a lot of nonsense. Really, it comes down to what we believe. We believe that it was natural. We believed that it was genetic. We believed that the Lord called us home or any of that nonsense. But when you understand that this is not the will of God, it's not, then you can say, okay, how do I heal? Well, one of the first things you want to do in order to heal is understand that you have to now begin to let go, eliminate, okay? And it means just what it says. And that means God intended, he understood that at some point we would just start doing whatever we wanted in ignorance, and we would have the repercussions, which we're dealing with now. So God put mechanisms inside of us to help us get rid of things, toxins, viruses. He put a lot of things in there. The first thing he gave us is blood. We know that blood is responsible for carrying oxygen and nutrients and everything, but you also have to understand that our bodies are always taking things in, from the foods that we eat to the air that we breathe, to the products we apply on our skin. I mean, every day you put deodorant on, you put lotion on, you spray perfume, right? These are chemicals. If you ever looked at, I use cocoa butter, I don't know about you, but you ever read the ingredients in cocoa butter? It's not a cocoa, right? It's like 20 different things, right? And half of them don't belong on your skin. So you're putting it on, and guess what? The skin is the largest organ in the body, so it absorbs it. So it gets inside of your blood. And the thing is this, it shouldn't be in your blood, right? So we have to get to the point where we understand that we're putting all this stuff in our bodies, but we're not thinking about how we get them out of our bodies, okay? Because without proper elimination, the body would become a toxic dump. Because we're putting it in, but we're not thinking about how to get it out. Therein lies the problem, because when you have enough crap in your body's going to do what a regular society does or city does. It's going to create a dump. It's going to designate an area where it can put a lot of the waste, crap, all that nonsense there, and it's going to say, warning, stay out, danger. And the more crap the city gets, the more that dump is going to get bigger, right? So you have a part of the city that's getting bigger and bigger. Sounds a lot like a tumor, doesn't it? Sounds a lot like a tumor, right? It gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, right? Word for thought. Just like a society does, just like a city does, your body will do that too. We put things in, but we never talk about getting them out. And so God knew this was going to happen, so he gave us several mechanisms that would help us eliminate things. The blood is one of the ways in which we eliminate things. The blood releases CO2, which is toxic to us, but absolutely beneficial for plants. Plants eliminate oxygen, which isn't good for them, but absolutely beneficial for us. Plants need CO2, carbon dioxide. Humans need oxygen. Plants make oxygen. Humans make CO2. Isn't that amazing? We need plants and they need us, because without humans, plants would die, and without plants, humans would die. Interesting. It's almost like he knew what he was doing. But anyways, your kidneys, your liver, your lungs, your lymph, your skin. So we have to understand that there are categories of foods called antioxidants that are nutrients that can also play a role in the body, because they remove what are called free radicals. And I've mentioned them several times. I'll mention them again. Polyphenols, which are typically found in fruits and vegetables. Okay, they're one way in which you can trap some of the bad stuff that's floating in you. It binds to them, right? They're unstable molecules. We call them free radicals. So it's kind of like if you had a bunch of bad kids running around, and then you hired like Brother McCrae or something to chase them down and tag them and put them in like one of those classes out there. That's what that's what antioxidants do. They're typically found in fruits and vegetables. Okay, and one of the ways in which you can actually detoxify your blood is a detox diet. So you can begin to avoid alcohol, avoid refined sugar. There's lots of different products out there. I can't really tell you one thing, but they'll tell you it'll help detoxify your liver, detoxify this. Some of them work, some of them don't. But there are ways in which you can detoxify your system. But one of the best ways is exercise. Sweating. Think about it. You're putting all these chemicals in your skin, right? It's going in through your skin. How should it come out? Through your skin. If you've ever tasted your sweat, it doesn't taste like just plain water. It's salty, right? Because it's got a lot of, sodium in there, but it's also got a lot of crap, toxins, right? It's got a lot of toxins. So it got in you from your skin.